Are you utilizing sales to operations handoff meetings to maximize the effectiveness of your operations and sales teams? If you're not, you really should be, and we'll talk about why in today's Daily BAS video. Hi, my name is Phil Zito. I'm the founder and CEO of Building Automation Monthly, where we help companies to assess their technical talent, to know where their technical talent is at, so that they can develop those folks to decrease their time to revenue and increase their profitability per employee. All right, what are sales to operations handoffs meetings? I think we should probably get that out of the way first, because some folks may not know what that is. So sales to operations handoff meeting, quite simply, is where the sales folks meet with the operational folks and they hand off the project documents, the project estimate, and any other pertinent information that the ops team needs to know. The ops team then reviews the estimate, and if it isn't possible for them to execute the work in the amount of time estimated, they re-estimate the work. All right, so that's all well and good. But how do you do this? How do you set this up? Because here's the thing, and this was actually quite shocking to me. It was really shocking to me how many large businesses do not effectively utilize sales to operations handoffs. As I started to work with businesses, I started to see how they do their sales to operations handoffs or don't do them at all. And I was quite frankly surprised, because this one thing, this one activity, this one action can determine the success of a project. So step one, you have to do sales to operations handoffs. Now, some of you may say, but Phil, the project's only $5,000. Well, here's the thing. That $5,000 project, and you all who have been in the field with me for a while, you've probably seen this too. I've seen $5,000 projects cost a company $30,000 because they missed a BACnet card, there were liquidated damages, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And all of a sudden, this $5,000 project that was just a simple BACnet chiller integration, and we're done, right? Oh, great. Nope, the salesperson didn't tell us that, hey, it needed to be executed in this amount of time. The operations person didn't ask if they needed to buy the BACnet card or if it was being provided by the mechanical. And so because this sales to ops meeting didn't happen, none of those questions were asked, and the project was not effectively executed. Number two, you are really doing your sales team a disservice if you're not having sales to operations handoff meetings. And here's why. Your sales team needs to know. You need to tell them if they are estimating projects that are not able to be executed, or if they're missing giant scope things in the scope, or if they're missing opportunities to really kind of be innovative and bring an approach to an estimate or a scope that really would have set them apart from the competition. You ops folks, you need to be telling your sales team this. You can't expect the sales team to know everything. We beat on sales teams all the time as operational folks, but then, what are we doing to help them out? It's one thing to say, oh, the sales guys are at the golf course again, but when you're not actually going and giving them any feedback, you can't really hold them accountable. So we need to have our sales to ops meetings so we can provide that feedback loop to really help them hone their estimating and scoping skills. And number three is you have to have sales to operations handoff meetings to make sure that everyone is aligned around that project and ultimately that end customer. Because as I've talked about countless times in other Daily BAS videos, if you aren't following along with the customer after the warranty phase, if you don't have continuity to the service side of your business, you are eliminating a huge revenue source that you're not even getting a chance to sell. So by having the sales to operations meeting, one of the things you should be discussing is, what are we going to do warranty? Does this have a planned service agreement built into it? How are we going to service that planned service agreement? How are we going to follow up with that customer? And does this customer have, maybe a phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4 of a capital plan that we need to be aware of, so that way we can be talking with the customer as we're executing the project? These are all things that should be discussed in the sales to operations handoff meeting. So if you aren't doing this and you don't know how to run sales to operations handoffs, then I encourage you to check out both our project management bootcamp course and our scoping and estimating bootcamp course, both of which will prepare your project managers and your sales professionals to effectively deliver projects, estimate projects, sell projects, execute projects, so that your business can grow and be as profitable as possible. I'd love to hear your thoughts on sales to operations handoff meetings and how you're implementing them within your organization in the comment section below. Thanks a ton. Take care.